Already live. Let me see the lighting. Whatever I'm gonna say now is gonna be on live, so just bear that in mind. Is that better? Or should we have made it a bit brighter? Is that okay? Yeah. I thought you said they were going to speak first and then introduce me. Yeah, I'm going to, but nobody is on live first. Tristan, I want people to get on live, yeah? That's it. Let's see. Oh. It's one person. That's it. Yeah. Okay, 2 people watching. I can't even see the people watching, that's the problem. There's a lot to learn. One like. Okay. There's a lot to learn, It's our first live. Can you come closer so that you can see? Let's see. Hello. Just because I'm watching. Hello. Say hello. So let me try and work out how to share the link because this is all new to me. Okay, I think I know now how to share it. Okay. Hey. Hey. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, let's sit down. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Whoever is contact. Yes, cheers. City people are on. Yes, we need to work out who is on. Okay, mommy. How do we do it? Let's see. We'll tap on the people maybe, and then we can also see messages. Okay. I think this is where we can see live chats. Please, if you're on, send a message to say hello. We're all new to this. So it'll be a serious learning curve. Hey, mommy. Oh, God. Hey, mommy. Yes. Hey, mommy. Yes, Lucy Bear. Hey, mommy. There's 3 people. Does it say something? Hey, mommy. Okay. Okay, 2 people watching. I don't know who does that. Oh, hello. Hi. Hello. We're seeing the messages now, so that helps. Let's adjust. And Tristan will be adjusting it. I think what might be a bit too. Hello. Lucy, brother, say hello to you. Say hello. Hello. I'm just trying to share. Oh, we can't. We can see the chat now. 3 people watching. Hello, but I don't know why we can't see who is watching. Feed me. Only pops up when you talk. When you message. Right. Okay. Oh, somebody says we can't comment. Oh, really? Maybe we've tempered with comments. Tristan, I don't know what we've touched here. No. Okay. Oh. 4 people. 4 people. I hope I'm not gonna. Tristan, what is this thing here? I think they might be like, okay, thank you. Hello. Okay, I can see. I can see. Oh my goodness. Life, voila, is not easy. But we'll get there. Yeah, that's okay. She's being very problematic. Oh, 5 people watching. So I'm going to try and see if I can use my phone to see who is watching and read comments. But somehow we lost the comments. Let's see if we can get them back. Yes. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Auntie Natalie. Hello. Isaac. Sap Green. So yes. Hi guys. Hello. We're not going to waste too much time, but it's 3 minutes past 5. 7 people. Nice. I'll try and work out, you know, who is live and how we know who is live. Okay. Oh, Lucy. Oh, Lucy. Yes. Lucy. We'll give it another. Maybe so. Let's give it till like 5 minutes past. But in the meantime, how are you guys doing? Although this is about football and based on a lot of. Okay, we'll take. Although this is more about Tristan, but I'm doing the giveaway section just to thank you guys of reaching 1,000 subscribers. Hello, Ziggy. Hello. I hope you and the girls and the boys, everybody's loved, or not just the parents. Hopefully. Because this is going to be an interactive live session, and if you join, what you need to do is like the video so that I think it gets recommended once you like it. That's what I've learned anyway. So there's 7 people online, and I can see comments, and we've been online for 7 minutes and we've got only 2 likes. So if you're online, if you can like the video and share to your contacts, because that's part of how you're going to win our amazing giveaway. Yeah. And you can see we're wearing Napster t-shirts. We've got a bonus gift as well, so there'll be that's given as well. Yes, hello. Pepsi, hello. Guys, should like the video, please. I'm going to try and work out, you know, how and who is watching. Somehow I'm going to manage to do it. Let me see. Okay, I'm just going to share it on one more platform, and then hopefully we can start soon, because whenever people come they'll be able to join. But in the meantime, if you guys can share to your groups. Hello. She's talking to you anyway. I've got only 3 likes. You guys should just like it. If you've not logged into your thingy, your YouTube account, just log back in and log on and off. And that should, you know, get you to be in a position to like. So the purpose of this live session is to. Tristan, you just say what we're going to talk about.
Basically going to talk about my journey, my football journey, and gonna give away some stuff, some city stuff, very expensive stuff, bags, some Napster, another Napster t-shirt. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And then we've got some people decided to ask and send their questions in, and don't want to necessarily ask. Although you guys feel free to ask, but a lot of people sent their messages and their questions to me between yesterday and today. I've got 4 questions, and after he talks about his journey, again, the main point of this is to encourage, especially any parent who is struggling to keep up with commitments, because it's not easy. to ferry kids back, and Tristan knows, although he's still a kid, he sees what we've gone through. So the purpose of this is to perhaps assist or encourage another parent who is thinking this is not worth it. It is worth it. It is. So it's to encourage you to keep going. And then Tristan's, everybody's story is different. Obviously, every child has a different tale, and you might come up with the end result that you want, but you might get there through a different means. It doesn't really matter. So it's just to share that information and interact, and because this is something that people ask a lot, although people who ask this question may not be live today, but they'll watch it whenever they join and whenever they're able to watch it, because it'll be streamed live, won't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully that will answer a lot of the questions that we've been having. And as people come drop, I think we'll give you another, we'll start 5:15. I think that's a good time to start. So it's 9:08 if you want to go to the loo or whatever, or if you're okay, we can just wait and see. For some reason, again, the comments have disappeared. Let me see. Okay, let me share on WhatsApp. Sorry, I've just seen a message on WhatsApp. I'm able to share it on WhatsApp, I believe. There. Okay, it's true. I need to like. That's true. Okay. And just while you guys are waiting, I know that a lot of people are here for the giveaway. Which Tristan, bring the bag. Again, it's not about just giving you free gifts. It's more appreciation. And I've been doing a lot of gratitude messages lately. Okay, thanks. I've seen that you've got it. So we're giving this bag. It's a original Puma bag. It's really handy. I feel bad letting go. We've never used it though. No. So it's his kit last year, and so he's got this to give his own. It's worth about £150, the whole gift. So the whole set. That. I know that a lot of people who are watching this are not all City fans. So some people have expressed their desires to, I want to listen, but I'm Arsenal or whatever. That's fine. In fact, more people want it than we have. So if you don't want it, it's absolutely fine. And then we'll have this Napster Culture t-shirts to give. And then we've got the shorts. Yes, we'll have all of that. And I might have some spot prizes as well to add. So please keep liking the videos. I think that's that's when YouTube recommend people to watch it. And then we'll have 5 minutes before we start. For a chance to win this gift, you need to be obviously subscribed to this channel, because I have a few videos on football related, but it's more just vlogs and healthy eating and stuff like that. But there'll be Tristan is part of this channel, and because football is part of our lives, and he's part of it massively. So that's one. You need to follow me on Instagram. I'm following Tristan on Instagram. I'll put that on the chat section, and then we have 2 more minutes and we can start. Actually 5 more minutes, because it's still. So share the link on your WhatsApp status or to your groups. It's a Sunday. Hopefully we can get people to join in. Okay, I can see somebody sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you'll know in a minute. Okay. She's like, how do we get the kids? If I tell you, it'll be cheating, won't it? So, but you're watching. This is the right thing. You're watching. It's not going to be over an hour. We're going to try and compress it. Yeah, because it's a Sunday. People want to go and chill and do their things. For me, I have a lot to do. So, but firstly, you need to be subscribed to the channel. And you need to be following us on Instagram. Tristan, what's your Instagram name?
Tristan Achi.
Thank you, Joycey. Thank you, darling. Nice to see you online. Right. So
yeah, my Instagram is TristanAchi.3.
TristanAchi.3. Mine is just Luwali. So you need to be following 2 of us on Instagram and subscribe to this channel. And then we'll tell you at the end of the video how you could win the kids. So it'll be given to 3 people. First, second, third. Okay, so fantastic. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. share this on Facebook. Actually, I forgot that I have Facebook, so I'm sure I'm allowed to share on Facebook as well. So the more the merrier, because we want it to be interactive. People make life look so easy, but it's not. Just share it on Facebook now. I should have shared it 10 minutes ago. So you guys can help me share it on Facebook as well. Okay. I've shared that. That should bring most people who've been asking me on here. Thank you. I've got more likes and views, so that's good. We're making progress. I need to keep seeing the live chat. Oh, hi, Maureen. Hello. Hello, Arim Abu. Hello. I don't know why the comments keep disappearing.
Yeah, they pop up and then disappear.
Right, okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. Okay. I know some people are joining from Facebook, so. Oh yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Oluchi. Hi. Isaac, hello. Somebody's saying hello to you, Tristan.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. Keep liking the video. The thing that does my head, what annoys me sometimes when I join to watch a live video, people keep saying share, like, it's so annoying. But so we're going to start soon. When we start, people will join us. It's going to be a story. It's going to be a story. So whenever they join, right, they'll catch up. So I think we've got enough people online now. I said 1:15, and I don't like to delay. That's why I joined a few minutes before 5, just so that we don't keep people waiting. But if you guys are okay waiting, give another minute.
Lucy's fine.
Oh, okay. Hi, Maureen. Oh. Hello, Grandma. Grandma is not gone. Nice to see you, Grandma. Asking what was your last game against? Tell them actually. That's good. Let's talk about that now.
We played just United today. We played a few games. We played some 7v7s. Again, it was against United, yeah. Against United. We played some 7v7s today. Yeah, it was really tiring. We played a lot.
How long did you guys? We couldn't watch.
It was like 90 minutes, I think, but across different. We played 2 15 minutes, another 2 15 minutes, then 30 minutes. Yeah.
And I think. Hello, Auntie Pepsi. That's it. So give them the results. How did it go? I know your dad watched you and said.
Yeah, the first game I think it was 2-1. We lost. Then the next game was 1-1. Then we won 3-0, and then we won 4-1.
So what's the aggregate? You can't walk. But you guys,
yeah, we won.
You won. So yeah, it was against United. So
no, we don't do leagues yet, but we're in a tournament.
So next weekend,
the National Cup, and we're doing another tournament next weekend.
So while we're waiting, just give them that gist and I'll.
Yeah, next weekend we're going to St George's Park, and then we're playing a tournament with a few teams. Staying over the weekend here in Miss United.
Okay. So yes, you're not going to be at home next weekend. Yes. So let's just start. Yeah. Let's start. How do you like it? How do you like? Okay. Yes. My goodness. You see, I don't know. I always just make videos, and I'm not the one liking.
We train. We train 3 times a week, and we have matches on Sunday. So we play 4 times a week. We train Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and matches on Sunday. Like today.
Yep. So, okay, I think I've walked my head around what I need to do now, and I'll be ready to start in 2. When was the last time you scored? I can actually read comments on my phone better.
Huh?
Well, tell them your position you play in, and then you can answer that question.
I play centre back and I play in midfield as well. And the last time I scored, I can't remember.
When last did you score? You don't keep track, do you?
No, I don't really keep track.
They play a lot, so.
Play a lot.
And you're not obviously a striker, so it's not like you're
scoring all the time.
Scoring all the time. Okay. Let me just do one more like, and then we can start. The questions are actually good. The questions that are coming up. What team do you support?
City. Manchester City.
So do you want to tell them that it's not because you play there?
No, not just because I play there. I've always supported them before I played for them.
Isaac, your questions are... and he's asked
I think he used to go to my house school.
Oh, is it Isaac?
Yeah.
All right. He's just asked now as well that...
Oh, yeah, I've met a lot of famous footballers.
You say that, I'm just saying so that we're both...
I met the whole City team when I was 8. And I ball boy quite a lot, so... I see them quite close often. I see them around City Academy sometimes. So yeah, I see a lot. Yeah, I see a lot.
Because I think it's the same. You guys train in the. Sometimes we've watched them train a few times.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of train in the same environment, so you get to see them. And then you guys have meet and greets. Oh, okay. Oh, Natalie is home with Isaac. Oh, Isaac is actually not your friend. It's someone from Natalie.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, that's nice. Some really good questions. So, let me just share in the last place. Okay, how should you even share?
What club did I play? I didn't really play for a proper club. I trained a few times with United.
So that'll be part of
Liverpool. And I had trials with Everton, but before Everton came back to me, I think I'd already joined City. So,
you had.
yeah, I've not actually properly played for an academy before City. So it's just been
City. So I think that we have enough to start. We've got 10 people here. I think it'll just come up. So I'll let Tristan do all the talking, most of the talking, and then I'll just. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Thanks, Natalie. Nice to know. So Tristan, like I said before, a few people had sent, before I started a YouTube channel, just to give you guys some context, initially, when I started a YouTube channel, a lot of it was because of Tristan, like it or not. Most people were asking, especially parents who have kids either talented in football or wanting to, to see how we, especially education, like does it affect his schooling and things like that.
So almost 2 hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours, like an hour 45 maybe.
Per training
2 hours.
session.
Yeah.
So that's why I started a YouTube channel initially, but I realized that I could not only focus on Tristan's football, because first of all, he's hardly at home, so I don't see much of him. He lives out of the house, and I thought that there are other things that I could share on this channel. So I did a video, which I'll see if I can share the link on the chat now, about a month and a half ago, and that video was really taken well. A lot of views, a lot of people messaged me, emailed me and said, oh, people out of the country, and then it's something that keeps popping up all the time. So that video did not really do justice. I talked about how to get your child exposed, right, to be scouted. But I kept saying that Tristan, I want him to talk for himself, because he's a minor. you know, he's in secondary school, so he can talk. So I just thought it'd be better if Tristan himself came live, you know, and talked about his football story. So that's what this is about. And then a few people have sent questions, but at the end of this session, anybody who's got questions, if you want to verbally call, there'll be an option to, or you can just put in the chat. But I think that once we start talking, you might not be able to read chats, and it pops up. So I might, you know, if there's anything important, I'll put a number for you to call if you need to. Yes. So so that's it. So Tristan, you can start talk about as far back. I know that you were younger, and when you started playing.
Yeah.
So tell them, and let's get on with it. As possible.
Yeah, I just started playing. At the start, I didn't really like football. Like, not like that, but I was young. I didn't really know much about it. But yeah, my dad, like, he loved football. He always tried to get me into football. And yeah, I was just playing for fun in school. We went into the dome, like into this area where you just, you know, have a kick about, really. And yeah, I think it was my PE teacher in school that I used to go to. I was just playing, you know, in the playground, and then I think he worked with United at the time. He scouted me for United, basically, saying, yeah, he thought that I was good enough, you know. He saw something in me, I guess.
How old were you at the time? The thing about this story is, most people ask, they expect that your child must be playing maybe professional football somehow in a structured environment to be scouted at that age, but that was not the case. And I always say this just to kind of encourage or let other parents know that there is a different path, and it's possible that from nothing, right? Because you were not really actively playing football at the time, and it was more for the man said to me, because the way what happened was we went to
Aguero was better.
These questions come and really big distract, but it's good. Keep the questions coming. So yes, and I remember the guy saying to me, the handy PE person, he said, "Are you the mom?" So I was like, I was rushing, and he said, I've been trying to get hold of you, and to because of your son. So I was thinking, my son. I said, my son doesn't play football. At the time, you're not really playing properly. So he said, no, he doesn't have to be playing. He was an elderly man. He said, doesn't need to be playing. I've seen something, and I want to explore it. And I thought, this is a hoax. And if Pepsi is on, her son went to that same school, and we're together on the day that this conversation happened. She can comment if she remembers. And the guy was so insistent that Tristan we should bring him. So we obliged. We said, okay, we will. But I thought this maybe is a scam. And then that's really how he got started playing for United. So you can carry on from there. I'm just trying to add some context.
I trained with United for a few. I think we had a few training sessions in Dole. And yeah, I think we moved from
Manchester to Warrington. And we struggled to get him.
Yeah, struggled to get me to United training. So yeah, I think after a while we just stopped going there. I joined this local team near where we are called Five Rangers. They're not called Five Rangers anymore, but they used to be called Five Rangers. Yeah, I just used to play with them. Yeah, it used to be fun. And also at the same time as I was playing with them, I was going to the city development. It's a development centre on Wednesdays, which is like, it's still in Warrington, but it's just not city, you know, the development of city, basically. And then,
let me just expatiate on that for people who don't understand, right? So again, I know some people here know about the structures, but a lot of people don't. So every academy would have like the elite team, right? And they train within what league were they in? So that's a good question. What league? No, I think it was like community. It was like community football. Yeah. So when you missed something, when you left from United, the reason why I remember, because we had to do all the ferrying about, we still had to take you to Manchester to the development center twice, and they said, if you guys are struggling, attend the one near you. So there's one in Liverpool. And by the third session, I remember the coach saying you were actually a lot better than where that placed you. So you were moved to like the higher team.
Yeah.
And then you did that for a few weeks, and then United went and they went on a break during the summer holiday. And they said, while we're on a break, join your local, it's like community football. I don't know what the league, I don't know if it's a league.
Think it was a league.
Yeah, it's just what I keep saying. And if you watch my first video, I'm going to pin it down now before I forget. Watch that video. It will give you a lot of tips and pointers on how to get your child the best possible way to get your child scouted. Because you need to be in a local academy, a local football, grassroots team. So everywhere you live, wherever you are in the UK, wherever if there's availability, I think there must be. You just register your interest and get your child into a grassroots team. Grassroots teams are great, right? Because it gives you the exposure. And just to put again more context, we have 2 boys. Tristan is the first one. We have a third child who is the second boy, and he plays for a grassroots team as well. And what happens in grassroots teams is you guys have tournaments, local tournaments, and most scouts come. So if your child is good, a normal club is okay.
Yeah, normal
club, Uruchi. So if your child is good, the scouts will always be there. So that's why I think it's important to have your child in
What
the
inspired
local.
you to play football? No, nothing really. I just my dad really liked football at the time. I didn't really know much about it, as I said before, but yeah, I just like playing. I actually enjoyed it after a while. At first, I didn't really like it.
Really?
No, I didn't at first.
I didn't know that.
No, I wasn't really
Into
keen.
it.
I wasn't keen on it.
Right. When did you start liking it more?
When I started playing more, I started watching matches as well. I started understanding a bit more. I just got into it.
Okay. Yeah. And another thing to note is that so let's try to finish because I know the questions keep coming in and they're quite distracting, which is good. I'll be looking at them and answering. Let me just pin on that my last video. So carry on from when you started playing the local grassroots team 5. Talk about that. At the beginning how you just
I was just playing for 5, and I think we're still at the development as well, right? As well playing, we were just playing, and then I think how many sessions was it when I moved into
you've been there for like maybe almost 9 months.
9 months.
Then you moved to another grassroots team.
Oh yeah, I moved to a grassroots team in Manchester, which is called Brooklyn Dragons, and I had a few other boys who were in academies as well in that team. It was. I really like that team actually.
And how many of you are sitting now? So you can think this was a good. How many years now? So not how many years ago? 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most of them now, a few of them from that group still play at City.
Still play at City. Yeah. All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Okay, so that was a very good. Again, looking for grassroots team because the one that was near us, which is a local team, was good, but this other one was better because when it's better, your child gets stimulated more, and you're better basically. So I think that's what really helped your game because you got scouted from that team. So let's again to give them context. What happened when you started playing for Brooklands? You guys had tournaments and stuff, and then where did you get scouted? Do you know? You might not even know.
No, I don't even know.
Okay, so I know.
It was our tournament, I'm not sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Like the Napstar shirts. Thank you.
Thank you.
So so you can script it behind so that your back doesn't hurt. So at Tristan, the scouting one is really a very important question for 2 reasons. Not because you should know when you're going to be scouted, because I think when a child is told they're going to get watched, they don't perform their best, right?
Yeah.
So I'll say this because Tristan doesn't probably know the day it happened. If you've not liked the video, please like the video as well, because this is how YouTube recommends the video for more people to watch. So yes, if you're online, just like the video and share if possible. Right, so he started playing for a local grassroots team. Tristan was about 7 then. So if you think about it, it's over 6 years ago, it's a while. And you've been playing for Brooklands for maybe a year, and then you guys had this tournament, And the coach at the time, what tips? We're going to come to that. This is almost going to finish in a minute. This is important. So the coach at the time looked at him. He'd been playing for a while and thought that there was more. He was more like an elite player. And so the coach recommended and got a city scout to come and watch the game in Macclesfield. So there was this tournament yes, there's this tournament in Macclesfield, and I remember Tristan at the time. I'd never watched Tristan play, so this is really funny. I'd never watched Tristan. His dad kept taking him because he'd been playing for like a year and a half. Hello, Jackie. Hello. Please share like the video once you get on. So he'd been playing for a local grassroots team for say a year, and he was doing really well. So this coach watched and thought, how come this child's not in an academy? So we had left United because we could not cope with the travel, right? So we got somebody to watch him. It was a very big tournament in Macclesfield. And do you remember how that game went?
Yeah, I think I came on from the bench.
Yes.
And then I think we were 2-0 down.
Yes.
And then I came on, I think I scored 3.
And you guys ended 3-2.
3-2.
And I remember I was so emotional because his dad kept saying, well, he's doing okay. And his dad would take him to everywhere because we had 2 other kids at the time who were younger. I just thought football, you know. I used to like watching, but I didn't watch him. So that day we left. It was a lovely day. We all went, and Tristan was obviously a small lad at the time, and I saw how important this tournament was because people came. They had even like this big teddy bears. What are they called? Mascots. It was a big thing. It was full, and then their team, which was a top team, they're losing 2-0. And he did not start the match because he was new to the team, and they had these boys who'd been there who were semi-professional. I think they were all academies at the time. Tristan was not. So I remember sitting there and just watching and thinking, oh my God, they're losing. And the coach brought Tristan on. Just when there was no hope. I think there was like half-time.
Yeah, it was after half-time.
And then I just watched Tristan score 3 goals. I remember, I don't know if I said to his dad, I said, oh my God, this child that I struggled with being pregnant. He started laughing. I said, this is my son. And I was so proud. That was like the proudest. I don't think I've had a few proud moments since then, watching his progress. But that was for me the highlights of being a parent and watching him do so well. And I think, and the lucky thing as well on that day is that they had a city scout to come and watch. And that kind of performance, there was no way they were going to call us to have a chat. So they called us in, I think the next week. We had an email or whatever for a trial, right?
Yeah.
Say how the trial went. And I can always chip in. I don't want to talk.
The trial went well, I think.
Yeah.
The trial went really well because the next time I came...
That same day.
The same day, actually, they said that I can just join the elite.
Yes.
The elite team of City, which it was really, really good. I was really happy.
Yeah. And I think the way it used to work, just for anybody watching who's ever been, or anybody who's been involved in football scouting, I know that this is something that is good to understand the way it works, is they'll have the elite team, and then they'll have, in the academy, they'll have, thank you, then they'll have, like, what is it called? The select. So the good boys, so there's like the A team and the B team. So the B team are people who've been scouted from around the country, but they're not playing in the A team. So when you join the academy first, they watch you while you're in the B team, and if you're good enough, they'll bring you to the A team. That's what normally happens. So after that situation, we went there, and they said, start playing in the development center. Did that for a while, and they invited you. Yeah. It was really interesting. It was a Sunday. We did not think much, and we just went because we're invited. We don't know what. We just said we're watching for 6 weeks, and then we'll decide. So we just went. Thought it's a very good opportunity. We got there, and they said he had to play. We watched, and we thought he did okay. He did well. And then we're leaving. We're very happy that you did well. And they said, okay, come again I think the next week or so.
Yeah.
So we're very happy. I remember buzzing. I'm like, my son has done so well. We had to give you guys a treat at McDonald's just because you've been so good. Remember?
I remember that.
Yeah. And then on our way, saw one of the coaches literally running and saying, "Where are you guys off to? Come on!" And I thought, "Oh, you remember?" I'm like, He said, "Come. It's a nice family day. Come." And he invited us back to the academy, took us to some big room, and he said, "Right, I remember telling you guys that we're going to watch you. We're going to watch you for 6 weeks, but we don't need to watch you anymore. We're happy for you to start tomorrow." It was a Sunday.
Yeah.
They said we can start on Monday, and we thought, and we were thinking, how's he gonna get it? No, it's after school working hours, 5 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
We're going to give him his new kit and everything. He's not going to no B team, he's going to the A team. And we're just really stunned. But again, this story is we're saying this to encourage and to give hope and to always say that the sacrifices, because before we got to that point, he'd been at United, we couldn't carry on due to logistics. Yeah. He'd been in a local team near us. He'd even touched Liverpool. Yeah, they scouted him for Liverpool. But again, my husband, bless him, he said he could not really understand the accent as well. So that did not help. And then the distance, it was not easy. And you did not really enjoy it there, did you? No. So this is a child who was 6, 7. He'd been to United, voluntary left, been to Liverpool, voluntary left, was in a local team, and then moved to a local team, and then had played in a city development center before getting there after a year and a half. So I know that some of you guys might be watching and thinking the sacrifices, it is worth it at the end. It's not all about you playing for the first team in the future. It's about what you give your child, right? It's about the discipline. It's about the hope. It's about not having time to do things that would not really add value. So for me, what football does for us is it gives him something to look forward to and keeps him away from, one, maybe bad friends, bad environment, just being idle, because he doesn't have much time to be idle. Yeah. Right?
I'm very busy.
Very busy. So that's just a recap of what happened. And then from that day, as you say, the rest is history. He was at the time 6 or so, just turned 7, and he's been there since then, and he's 13 now, so it's almost 6 years. And he's moved, so every year they get a new contract, they keep going. He's lost a lot of people who started with you guys, right? Yeah. And how many of you guys are there now in the under 13?
There's 18 people.
18. Right. And every year, sometimes they let people go and they get new people. But he's stayed consistent and he's done well. And just to kind of close this chapter before we go into the loads of the questions that were being asked is, after the icing on the cake for us, and I've mentioned this to a few people who've asked about like his education, the icing on the cake for us was the fact that the promise, I've just put the link of the first video I did, so you can watch it later. So the icing on the cake was the first day we went there. They said, oh, if your child stays till he's in secondary school, we are going to give him a scholarship. Yeah. And that was what made us think, oh, United wanted you, Everton, right, at the time, but we thought that what we wanted was the promise for a scholarship. And the scholarship was in a private fee-paying school in Manchester. And I know about the school because I'd done some research. I couldn't afford it. We cannot afford it. We've got, at the time, we had 3 kids. Even if you have 1 child, we couldn't, So please keep liking the video, guys, so that it's recommended if you just joined. So we knew that it was really, really something that we wanted. But guess what? What we were not told was it was not automatic. Yeah. We thought that once you stay at City till you're in secondary school, you'll have the scholarship. But what we did not realize was you had to be, there were only a few people who were given that. And we only knew that the year before, right? So he was on the 11 or on the 10, And the year ahead, they said, oh, only 5 boys got the scholarship. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we've been kind of not scammed, but we've been advised wrongly. I remember being worried, but these people told us that if you stay at City till you get into secondary school, you have scholarship. But no. So that was another thing. So the pressure started building. Because we thought we've been here for this reason, and there were about 22 of you guys.
Yeah, at the time.
So out of 22, there's rumor that they take 5, 6, 7. And without really blowing Tristan's trumpet, he's been doing very well. I was not very sure because you had bad injury, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a bad injury.
So talk about that injury.
It was in under 11s. I think we went to a tournament, 5-a-side tournament. In the first game it was, I think I can't remember, overstretched or something. Went into a tackle and then my knee completely gone. I had like hairline fracture on my ACL or something, and some ligaments as well. Yeah, it was really bad. I was out for like 3-4 months. Yeah, it was really bad. That was the year that they picked the scholarships as well, so I wasn't really sure.
I know,
because I didn't have much time to show. But
yeah, and it was in 2019 because I was in Cameroon on maternity leave, and they were meant to join us in Cameroon. So I remember that day I was in Douala with my parents and the baby, and I got up from sleep. I was so nervous. So imagine that the whole family, they were here in the UK, and I was in Cameroon on holidays, and we had been waiting. They sent emails to say we are going to. Everybody knew that they had to decide. So people were going to be let go. So people were going to be given a scholarship. Nobody knew who, and they would not let you know till the day of your thingy. So I was very nervous. I remember getting up. I couldn't sleep. I didn't tell my parents. And we went out shopping for something. And I remember looking at my phone. I knew that because it's in alphabetical order. So you were the first.
Yeah.
So and imagine, not technology now is so it's funny because you know whatever is happening wherever you are, and I got my phone started ringing. It was a video call, and I thought, oh my god, why can't you just text me? And then the day before I said, what do you think, Tristan? What do you think? And you were like, I'll get it. So you said to me, I was like, really? Why are you so confident? And I was trying to get more, because Tristan doesn't talk much, as you can tell. He just says 1, 2, 3 things and he leaves it. And so we'll talk about the best moments. Afterwards. So and the dad just started smiling. He's like, oh, he's had the whole thing. I said, what do you mean? It's like, you've had the whole thing. He said everything. He's got so basically Tristan was given the scholarship. What else?
5-year deal. So you're guaranteed to be at City until under 16s. Yeah, you get a 5-year deal.
Yeah. As well. So it's like a 5-year contract, really. You have to sign a contract. And he got the school, and it's called like a full-time training model. Yeah. So that was what we dreamed of. I remember, and I was in the car and I screamed, but Dad was with me, and I was like, oh my god. That for me, nothing will talk. Even if Tristan, I know that this is controversial, even if Tristan doesn't play tomorrow, for me, he's done amazingly well to get to where he is. And that's what I keep saying, that some parents are so scared for their kids to even start playing, just because they're worried that they might not play. And that's, for me, is where I completely disagree. People have actually told me, why do you want to put your child through this? Don't you know that he might not play? No. Even if Tristan plays for a year only left, although he's going to have to play for 3 years because he's got a 3-year contract, but what we had was the valuable education. And education is key, because I'll talk about his education in a bit once we finish this, and how good he's had to be top in school. We monitor that, and top in football. And this school is one of the top schools in Manchester. We can let him dream about how much it costs, and they've looked after everything, up to his accommodation and his school lunches. So for us, just that alone is worth whatever happens after 5 years. So that is a bit of your journey. And then last year there was COVID. You guys did not play much.
Yeah, really disrupted things.
It did. And then tournaments is something that we used to be, it was just taking over our lives, like in 2018, 2019. We used to go to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 a year. And that stopped, but I think you guys will start back once life goes back to normal. And it's, I think the last tournament that you went was to UAE. No, I mean the big one.
The big one.
So you've been to the US. I went with you on that one. You've been to Oman. But you went alone, and that was really, really very emotional for us because we couldn't travel with you because, you know. Anyway, that's a nutshell. I've spoken more for you. I know Tristan doesn't talk that much, but you're gonna have to learn to answer these questions, right? Yeah. So, and let's go through the questions. We'll talk a bit about your education and how you, because I know that's been a question our parents have asked about football and school. My God, a lot of questions. So, let's start. Just keep sending them, and I'll talk about the ones people have asked, and they didn't want to necessarily be identified. I think if you're joining, please like the video so that it gets pushed out. So the first question that I had, thank you, was one, what is your impression about racism and football? I had that question sent to me before today, I think yesterday. So I want you to give your thoughts on that. It's one that I want you to say what you think.
Yeah, me personally, I've never experienced racism on a football pitch. Okay. Yeah, but I'm still aware that it happens. It's still going on. It still happens, and it needs to be tackled. Yeah, it needs to be tackled. Yeah, that's it. Really. Just
in terms of the proportion as well, just to add to that point, what's the proportion of Caucasians? What's the divide? Hang on. Asantingo.
Oh, hi.
So, what's the proportion of the color? So, just about racism. I picked only because I had about 4 questions on racism, and I picked what was appropriate. I hope I can at least say this on YouTube, because YouTube has all sorts of regulations. I hope that it's allowed. But I picked this particular one because I thought it was a generic question. But another thing that people, and I can answer that on your behalf because I know that you're still a minor, they talked about racism on the pitch. I'm not going to talk about anything off the pitch here deliberately because it's about football today. But they talk about the proportion of the children in the boys. What's the proportion? How many colored kids and stuff? And I did not mention, but what's the proportion like? And do you think it's color related, that they're not more or less?
No, I think really that the mix between different colors, I think is really equal, especially in the year above.
Your year, just by your year.
My year, yeah. I think there's a few colored ones, but. Yeah, there's not that many actually. There's a few.
I think it's about 5 or 4 of you out of 16. 5? Yes.
Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, mixed race as well. But yeah.
And I personally, I know that we face, we cannot hide it. We face racism, but it's clear that you say you've never experienced it, but you're aware.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
That it happens, and you have to get yourself. I'm sure we can actually, you guys, if you can advise. Because we don't know everything, do we? So if you've ever faced this before, I have people who've played on parents, family, or wherever. If you can advise Tristan how to handle it, something that he's not faced, but we make him aware that it exists, not to scare him or to make him lazy to always blame it on the color. But if you can give us advice as well on how to tackle.
Yeah, sometimes at City, like we do PD sessions, we do like education and stuff. And then they educate us about racism and how to handle it on the pitch and things like that. So, yeah, they just tell us about racism and how to handle it.
Okay, so you guys get educated about it. Okay. Yeah. So I think we've answered that. If you have anything else on that topic, you can just put it in the comment section. But we don't want you to, because sometimes I feel like it's a cop-out. Those people use racism for everything, even when it's not meant to be. If you're joining, please like the video. So now let me go to the next question, Tristan. All right, talked about injury.
Injury.
So somebody asked, and I think this person in particular might have had an injury.
Okay.
Or the child, the parent, I don't know. But how do you, there's two parts to this. Sorry, my earpiece keeps falling off. There are two parts to this question. Thank you. There are two parts. Oh my goodness. There are two parts to this question. One, how do you make sure that you stay not injured, which is funny, and how do you handle it? How would you handle it if you get injured?
Okay, so
start with the first. How do you try to make sure that
really, if you're playing, you can't really avoid getting injured, because if you're thinking in your head that, oh, I'm gonna try not to get injured, then you won't play to your best ability. So
okay, that's
I think just don't think about it too much. I think just play. And actually about my injury, when I was coming back from my injury, I was like a bit timid, I was like, because I didn't want to get injured again. But after a while, I just started playing again freely.
So were you a bit worried at the beginning? Were you like really scared about after that first injury? Were you?
Yeah, I was a bit worried actually, because I didn't want that to happen again. Yeah, it's just when you first come back, it's scary.
It's scary. Okay, and then so that was the first. Is how do you handle staying not injured? I don't know if it's possible, but say what you think.
If you,
is it impossible?
You can't really avoid not getting injured.
But there's a way that you guys get protected, right? About playing only. So don't you have? So say that.
Yeah. I think it was when you're under 10s. When you're under 10s and you're in an academy, you can't play for a grassroots team, or if you're in St. Bede's, like I am, the school that City give you. You can't play for the school team or anything like that, because to avoid you getting injured. Don't want you to get injured, especially out of City. Okay. And sometimes when you might go to the park or something, and you want to play football, you have to be very mindful of the way you play. Don't really go full out, because someone could tackle you badly or land badly or just get injured. You don't want that really. So you just need to be careful. Just need to be careful. Yeah. Outside of playing academy football. When you're playing academy, just play freely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so again, I think injury is something that a lot of people get worried about. But people who even just keep saying, when you see your child plays, the first thing they say is, wow, that's good, but be careful. And I keep thinking, how are you careful? You just have to even a big player sometimes, people who've been on the bench for 2 years, a year, till they get better, right? So you don't make yourself injured. Now, the other question I got was about what you eat, right? That do you feel like you're restricted on what you can eat?
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Not really. You just need to. I mean, if you're a footballer, you just need to eat in moderation. Like you can't, just eat junk or anything. You can eat, whatever you want, but as long as you eat it in moderation and just don't go overboard, then it'll be fine. You can just eat. Just eat how you want. Yeah.
Okay, you don't feel restricted, basically.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. Yeah, like obviously, like a parent, the times that we know that we've had to, like for me, and if you follow my YouTube channel, it's not all about Tristan. I struggle to keep my weight off, and I kind of, give advice on healthy meals, and I've passed that on to Tristan. I think we eat almost similar, don't we? And most times when I have my breakfast, if it's like whatever healthy, me and Tristan tend to eat similar meals, and because I'm conscious that you don't want him to be too big. Okay, we'll answer that. So yes, we're conscious about that, but I don't think it affects you per se, your feeding. No. And then the last, which is really a tricky question to answer, is if you're let go from City. A person asking this is not know that you had a long-term contract with them. Okay. But every year they let boys go. So let's just assume that it's if you are let go, if you had a 1-year contract, how would you handle it?
I'll be really upset first of all, because I would have put a lot of work to get to where I was, and then for them just to let me go. I'll be very, very sad.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think after a while you just bounce back. You can just I'll think that it's not the end of it, because some people want the same goal, but you can't all have the same journey to get to that same goal. So a lot of people want to be professional footballers, but you might follow a different path to get there in the end. But yeah, really, it's just part of it. Sometimes it happens, but for me, I personally, I hope that I don't ever get let go.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. I was not sure exactly how I would answer that question, because it's like stating the obvious, how you're going to feel about something you're not going to be happy about. So yeah, that's a fair answer. Okay, so let me try and start reading the comments now. I think I had 4 questions from people. So let me start looking at the comments under the live chat. People will still join in later, I'm sure. Leave and come back in. But the first question from here is, you've answered a few about your training time during the week. So I think to expatiate on that, because this is part of the difficulty, right? And we have to be honest about this. It is difficult to manage football, school, and a balanced life, right? So it's a fair question to say, what days do you train? I know that you've mentioned that you train 3 days a week.
3 days a week.
That doesn't tell the entire story, right? Because you're in a full-time training model. And what this full-time model does is, it's basically when people finish school, what time does everybody else finish in school?
3:50.
3:50. What time do you finish on the days that you train? Just give them that information, because that's
1:05, lunchtime.
Yes.
Yes.
So explain what happened.
So on the days that we have training, we have something that's called day release, which is for the city boys. We get to go early for training. We get to leave school early for training. We have our lunch at break. Time. So yeah, we're fine. And we leave early to train. And if some of the lessons that we miss when we go, we have catch-up lessons on different days, so we're not completely missing it. But yeah, it's harder. It's harder than normal life, but you get used to it.
Yeah. You do get used to it, and you just think about the fact that you've not got much of a choice right now. So yeah, so and the bus takes you guys. Finish what time? So you train. You even have. How does it? What time? We don't know, because Tristan doesn't live. I keep saying that he doesn't live at home, so he's going to go back after this live session. So he gets picked up from you guys all in the. I think the 7 of you. How many of you at St. Beats or 8? Your year group.
Just 10.
10. Yeah. Okay. So you guys get picked up and you train. You have lunch first, and then how does it work?
So we train. It depends. Sometimes we'll have PD sessions, which is like education sessions or sessions about anything really. If we don't, we just train, or we have gym. Actually, we can have gym. On Tuesdays we have gym, then train, then we'll eat, and then we'll go home. On Thursdays we'll train, then have gym, then we'll eat. So yeah, it's different. But
okay.
Sometimes different.
Okay. If you're joining, please like the video. Yeah. So that was that question answered. So that's the schedule really. It's very full on. Really, sometimes like I call Tristan on a Thursday and I'm so angry, like, you've not called me the whole week. That happens very often lately, because there's no time. He finishes training, they get a taxi after he does the gym or whatever. I don't remember the sequence anymore. And then you get home late because it's winter, it's cold nowadays, and you train outside. And this is the thing that I've never understood. I used to say when you were younger, when we used to actually take you, I used to say, why are they punishing the parents? We're not punished, we don't have to watch. But the boys are running about on the pitch, and they're okay because they're sweating, and we are stood there like, that's the biggest. And I said it in my video, I said, if you have any kind of health challenge that you cannot be outside, football will be difficult for your child. I said, you don't want to watch them. and you want to sit somewhere, but that's what we have to deal with anyway. So, and it's full on. So the next question is, sorry, just
I think we should answer this question.
which one?
When age did I start football? Started football the very first time, I think I was about 5 or 6 when I first started. Yeah.
Okay. When you say started, you mean just playing community football?
Just playing community football.
And to be honest, that's about the average age now. Let's just go through the because my phone is just, let me just try and go up. So, what age did you start? That's from Auntie Natalie. How do you handle school and football? So this is another one that, how do you handle school? And I know that we've talked about what happens, but when do you find time to study? Sometimes, I always say to Tristan, when I see him, I say, do you have homework? We have a portal that we can check, but I have other kids. I'm not saying that he's not important or whatever, but because he's very independent and he does really well at school. So Tristan is like, I would like to say an A-star student, so he does well. So we don't follow you up that much. So how do you stay really consistently good in school and then on the pitch not letting go? How do you manage your time? This is an important point that even if people here are not watching, they'll come and watch it some other time. How do you manage to make sure you don't drop your grades? Because you guys have to keep the grades. That's the thing about football. So after that, let me just go to the
on the days that we don't have training, Monday and Wednesday, only 2 days a week. When I come back from school, literally the first thing I'll do is get ready, to get changed. Literally, my house parent, I don't know if I've mentioned that, I stay with house parents, different parents during the week. My house parent literally asked me the first day, how much do you have any homework? Because I know that on the days I have training, I'll have literally no time to do the homework. So I like to get the homework out of the way for the next day on the days I don't have training. So I don't have as much to do when I do have training. But still, when I come back, actually, I have to come back from training. I still have some time to study or do my homework. But yeah, it's not easy, as I said before. It's not easy to manage. But yeah, it is manageable. That's what I do. Yeah. I manage football and school.
Look at the next question.
Okay. The next question. What's the best moment you've ever had in your football career? I'd say, well, my mum had mentioned before when the first time she came to watch me when I came on and scored that hat-trick. That's definitely up there. But I think the best is when I went on my first tour abroad. I went to Germany. I think I was around 7 at the time. 7 at the time, yeah. It was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting the first time I went. We had a tournament across 2 days, and I played as a lot more than I expected, because considering that I was playing with older people and against older people. I played a lot and I was happy. And we ended up winning the tournament, and that was just because it was the first time that I went on tour.
Let me talk about that story. That was when we just joined City, right? Yeah. And they start going on tours abroad about 7.
Yeah.
But because when they go abroad, right, it's calendar age. So it's Jan to December, and you're October. Mm-hmm. So you're the youngest. But in the UK, the way the academy system works, I know some people watching here who've asked me this question and I've seen it. So the way the academy system works is it's according to your school age. Yes. So you're classed as, you're in the second year secondary school, and you're classed as under 13, right? Because that's your school age. So whenever they go abroad, Tristan goes with the boys 1 year ahead, right? Yeah. And we used to go abroad a lot, but that was the first experience, and we've just been taken to City, we've just been scouted. and they said, oh, he's been chosen to go abroad with the big boys. Imagine that. I think at the time, Axel, our third, was maybe only 3 as a baby, 2. And I could not go. Said, okay. He said, no, you don't have to go. The coach was like, you don't have to go. We'll look after him. But every other parent was there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except us. You know, I know people are not asking questions to me today, but that was the most difficult time in my life, because I did not realize it. They created a WhatsApp group, the coaches did. Please like the video if you're joining. The coaches created a WhatsApp group, and the parents were like, he was so young. Just think about your child who is 7. Like, Axel, Axel is 8. I would not let Axel even go to. I would not let Axel go to the green outside or to the park. And I'll be like, where? So I let Tristan travel to Germany for 3 days, and then all the parents were ready to go, and we thought, wow, we know. They said, oh, you guys, you don't have to. You have other kids, and that was the last time I let Tristan go abroad alone. After that, I followed him everywhere. Sometimes he went, of course. You know, sometimes they'll go when you're older. They'll go 4 times in 3 months. Spain. I couldn't cope, so we just took a step back. But at that time, that for me was the most difficult time, like a parent with Tristan, because I did not expect that. And the coaches were giving us feedback. They said, oh, he's okay. What happened was, at the time, that they'll have their rooms in between the boys. So they'll have like 1 coach, they'll have 2 boys. You guys should share, right? Or 3. They'll have a coach, then they'll have the boys. And they kept saying, it's lights out, that they're sleeping. They said, keep us updated. Oh, they've gone down the pictures. I was so emotional. I was just like, oh my God. All the parents were like, no, we're looking after, and they all looked after you. Remember the airport, somebody gave you money to buy something. It was really, again, we're quite naive of what to expect. But, and then the part that was the icing on the cake was when he arrived back into the UK, went to the airport, Manchester airport, to pick Tristan. And he was so small. When I see the picture, and I have that picture when he was coming out,
and I hold the trophy.
And they gave him the trophy, the big trophy, almost his height, to hold the trophy and come out. I think I was in tears, and people they were clapping, like people picked up the family members. I think it was from Germany. They were just clapping because we were all in that kit, and the coach was like, he was brilliant. That was like my proudest, and said he did so well, and that was the first time he went abroad with a lot bigger boys. And this, I think you did really well to win. So yes, but since then, that was a lesson for us. Since then, when they're going abroad, if I'm not busy with work, or if I can manage to take time off work, I normally go most times. Yeah, and that's very often, to be fair. So what's the other? Where are you up to with the questions? Some questions that we're talking for an hour, and we don't have too long to go.
Answer the question.
Let me see. Right, what tips would you give any young? Let me try to go chronological so don't miss some people's questions out. Sorry, don't be. Okay, so most of it that has been answered. If you think about anything, just put it. How many times you train? Answer that. What was the last time you scored? Answer that. What team do you support? Answer that. For those who do not know, Tristan has always supported City. So again, most people know. Not everybody on this call knows me personally on this live session, but. Excuse me. Tristan's dad has supported City, my husband. How long now?
Over like 20 years.
Yes. When they were not even
rock bottom.
So I think, and in this country, and it's funny, lots of people who might be live here kept saying, my child, I want to come live, but my child is Arsenal, Chelsea, I don't want your kid. I'm like, fine. Too many people want it. So I'm saying that because most children follow the parents' clubs in this country, or wherever you are, not only in this country. So Tristan naturally is going to support City. So remember when they scouted you? You know what he said that day? You said about time. You cannot remember. You cannot remember. He said that about time because he'd been at United, been at Liverpool for a bit, and then came to City. It felt like you were home. So that's just to expatiate on that answer. Let me look for the other questions that I have missed. What tips would you give a young footballer? That's Kai. Hello, Kai. That's a good question. Really good question. We did not think about that.
I'm still quite young myself. Well,
Maybe younger. Maybe like when you started, when you were a baby, like 6.
Okay, if you're in grassroots team, if you're in, I don't know, and if you're playing for your local team or anything, just play your best. Just play. Don't think about anything, because you don't know who's watching. You don't know who could be watching. Any scout could be watching. When I was playing and I got scouted, I had no idea who was watching. I was just playing freely. I was enjoying myself.
That's important. Enjoy yourself.
Just enjoy yourself. Really. Just enjoy, and then maybe good things will happen.
Yeah. Is there any other advice that you give them that could help? I know that that's what you've said now is quite comprehensive. I'm just saying. I can't think of anything. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I think it was about age. When did you start football? After that. When did you start? When did you start? It's a lot of questions. When did you start football? I think most people who have joined who were not here before, you started football. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, we started football when you were about 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so how do you handle football? And your best moment you've had since? I think you've talked about that already. Your best moments. Yes. What was your best? You said what your best moment was?
Yeah, when I went
on tour. Okay. So yes, I don't think that there's anything much. If you didn't play for City, that's a good one. So I'm about to start talking about the giveaway. So let's talk about answer that.
I already thought of that one.
Like the video, part of you winning. So you have to think about give an answer now. If you didn't play for City, who would you play?
For? Any well, the team that I got scouted for before, I'm not really sure, because if I didn't get scouted for City, then it would have probably been United, maybe Everton, Liverpool. Not really sure.
I think the team that could play for doesn't really matter, because again, a lot of people say if Tristan tomorrow doesn't end up with City, what's going to happen? And I said, how many footballers actually play for the club that they support? Yeah. A good example is Wayne Rooney is a Wayne. Wayne Rooney. And he played for United, and he was an Everton fan. So I don't think that really makes sense. It's more like, I look at it like work. What positions do you change in dressing rooms? So very interesting question.
Yeah. We come in our tracksuit, and then they give us our kit. They give us our top. We keep our shorts and socks. They give us our top, and then we just get changed.
And actually, when you signed your contract, that should have been one of the proudest moments, right?
Oh,
that's. Do you want to show them? But don't remove. Just take it. Just take it. So this is in the kitchen. We're trying to show you. Can we? That
was the picture. That was when I got signed in under 8s. Yeah, that's when I got
going to under 9.
Going to under 9. Yeah.
Yes, that was probably
Those 2 moments probably the best.
Yeah, because I think they made it a big deal as well, didn't they? This is in our kitchen, so you can see that picture of a proud parents moment. So like the video, guys, please. So that for me was the highlight, because they put a nice show, and when you walk, they did it in the main Etihad Stadium. In the main Etihad Stadium.
Oh, yeah. Then I make a signature to sign. I remember just doing something.
Because I'll show you guys in the comments your first contract. So when you started, you were given a pre-contract, right? When you were, I think, 7 or so. Nice, B. It's good to join. We've not yet finished. You can always rewatch. I know that you were keen to be on this, B. So we're still talking about answering some questions now. I'm going to share your first, because when he started, he was given a pre-contract. And only a few of them had it. So it was hush, 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 hush. But I have a picture I'm going to share on the chat now. I just saw it before the live session. I thought I'm going to share it. And that will tell you exactly how far we've come. But
I play centre back and midfield. Yeah, I will rotate between those 2 positions. I don't mind what position I play, really.
Okay. So Did your parent? Did you? Okay, make a signature up here. And what position? So you said?
Yeah.
Do your parents get paid? Tristan is like, I don't know. That's one for us to know. That's when you work hard and you get to that position, it'll be obvious. Your parents will tell you or not. But we get assistance with a lot of travel and stuff like that. But we're not, so legally they cannot pay them legally, right? Because it'd be like child labor kind of stuff. So but we get supported. I'll put it that way. Yes. So what age do you start getting paid?
I think it's under 18s. Under 18s you start getting paid.
Is it under 17 or under 18s?
It's under 18s.
Under 18s.
Yeah, that's when you get professional contracts.
Okay.
But if you're younger but you play with the under 18s, you can still be paid.
Yeah, I think that some people have been paid who've been under 17s who
play with the under 18s.
Yeah. But I think once you're 15 and above, it's not classed as exploitation. Yeah. If that I'm not able to even put a picture. I don't know why. If that makes sense, yes. So, do you travel to different countries to league? Oh my God, yes. Answer that question.
What is that?
So, do you travel to different countries for league games and tournaments?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Not recently though because of the pandemic, but before the pandemic started, we were going so many times. It wasn't even.
Sometimes in a year, how many times you go?
Like 5, 6.
More. The time, like in the summer, there's a summer month that we went like 5 times in the space of 3 months. Yeah. So averagely 8. Yeah. 7.
I went on like 3 in 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, do you travel to countries for league games? Yes, and a lot of times you guys have won. I think for me, the best was when we went to the US. That was really good.
I like that.
I surprised Tristan.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Because you said that you weren't gonna come, but you surprised me in America.
Yeah. I got to America and we went. It was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like this. It was the first day we went to this show thing.
Yes, it was the opening ceremony.
Yeah.
And I saw him. I said, "Okay, Tristan," and he was so sad. I'm like, "I can't go." And then I took the next flight, kept it quiet, and my friend drove me that night. We're late. Traffic in Dallas. My flight delayed, and we got there, and the coaches knew I was coming. And I said I was done. Tristan was like dreaming, and you're so jet lagged. And looking at me like that, like, what are you doing here? I'm like, you're not excited. It was so funny. So that was a good one, wasn't it? Yeah. And then you guys won the tournament. Yeah. And you won properly. Was it penalties? No. You guys.
No. We battered them. I remember in the finals, like 5-0.
Yes. So it was like icing on the cake that they won the tournament. It was a big tournament in Texas. So yes. Let me see. Some other parents get paid. What age you get starting paid? Do you travel to countries? What does offside mean? Oh, explain offside. I don't know.
Offside is like
detail, Tristan. Because this is a question that people get at.
Offside means when
you can say hello.
Come
and say hello. You know about football. She's a tomboy. Say hello. We're live.
Come.
You can't comment. People are commenting, Phoebe. Right, okay. Answer the question.
Offside means where a player is behind the last player. So, say for instance, I'm the centre back, and then there's a striker that's behind me. Like, say I'm the last player, and then if you're behind me, you're offside. So, when the ball is played. So, if you're behind the last man, not including the goalkeeper, by the way. If you're behind the last man and the ball's played, then you're offside.
That's it. Okay. All right, Phoebe, see you. So, I think, have we answered all your questions? And we know that we've missed some, but Tristan tonight has to leave. We normally leave about 7:30.
Yeah.
When he comes weekends, next weekend you're not coming. So this weekend we're trying to enjoy you being at home. So we have to drop Tristan off later. Do you plan to?
I think it's.
Oh, that's a very good question.
Oh, do you plan?
Do you offside?
Yeah, we do offside.
Yes.
Do you plan to play for your country or in general?
I'll let you talk.
Well, I've been asked this a lot. a lot of times, and I'll just say, I've said it every single time, just straight away, that I want to play for England. I don't want to play for Cameroon because I just don't want to play for Cameroon.
Oh my God, lot of
I'm sorry, but I don't want to play for Cameroon.
Well, what's the reason?
Well,
give me that reason you told me once, if you can remember.
Political reasons.
No, the reason of how you want to be the first Cameroon to play there. Are you not going to be the first at all? Are there some Cameroonians playing for England? Who?
There was this guy.
I don't know any Cameroonian who's played for England, not out of Cameroon. Is there any?
Actually, yeah.
There's no Cameroonian.
There's no Cameroon
that has played.
Oh yeah, I said that I wanted to be the first.
The first. That's what you told me.
First. Yeah, Cameroon. Yeah, the first English player, Cameroonian descent, to play for England.
Correct.
That's what I wanted to be.
Maybe before then, some people might have played before you, but I mean, at the time where you stood now, nobody has, right? So it's a shame that Cameroon, a lot of young lads, those not even based in Cameroon, say the same thing. Again, it's a political thing that we're not going to go into that detail today, maybe another day. But Tristan's mind is made up that if he, obviously, once he gets to 18 and if England calls you, some people get called early, right?
You start getting called next year.
Next year, so, but you can change your mind.
Yeah, you can change your mind.
Till what age?
I think if you've played a certain amount of games for them, you can't change your mind. Okay. Because yeah, there's players that are still professional that changed nationalities. Like this guy called, I don't know if you know him, but he's called Mikel Antonio. Antonio, he plays for West Ham. He was English, but he's changed to Jamaica.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he just wasn't getting picked to play, and he wanted to play international football.
Okay.
Some people are like that. Yeah, they don't get picked. So
if you don't get picked, will you consider Cameroon?
Possible.
Yeah, but I'm sure that if they pick you guys that young, most times and you do well, you play.
Yeah. For
England. Yeah. Okay. So they're asking that what age do you guys start doing offside at City?
Once you start, I think under 11 when you start doing 9-a-side. I think when you're 11 you start doing offsides. Yeah, but we've been doing offsides for a while now.
Okay, so somebody's asked, is the Premiership hard?
What do you mean, like?
So the question is
first
like,
team or my level?
No, I think your level. I think it's your level playing. I think so. Whoever asked that question, you want to clarify what you meant? Thanks, Adeline. Thank you. Please be joining, like the video if you've just joined us. The question I think that picked up from the chat. The person who asked if the Premiership is hard, do you mean Tristan playing in the Premier League or Premiership? I don't know. Is that what you're asking? Okay.
First team.
The first team.
I think so. Yeah, I watched the first team games, and the league now is quite intense, to be honest. It's like top 3, us, Chelsea and Liverpool, and it's just you can't really afford to drop points or lose games, because if you do, then the other team can go in front of you, go ahead of you points. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'll give it 5 minutes more and then we'll kind of tell you guys how. But if you're live right now, some people have come and left. If you're live, please make sure that you like the video if you're currently live, and you really should be for a chance. Does Manchester City have a camp? What do they mean? Maybe you guys understand each other. I don't know what that means.
Not really sure.
Are you playing us on Thursday? Who is us?
Who is
that person? We can't tell. What footballer do you look up to? Very good question, Kai. Very good question.
There's a few. But there's one in particular, Phil Foden, and other players that have come from the academy.
That's a good point.
There's someone called Luke Mbete, Romeo. They're just because They come from the academy setup like me, and they've obviously worked really hard to get to the first team, which not a lot of players do. Not a lot of players come from the very start of the academy or go right through to the first team. Not a lot of players do that, and it just gives me inspiration that it's possible to, start. Because a lot of those players that I mentioned, like Cole Palmer as well, when we were under 9s, they were under 14s. We changed we shared a changing room with them.
Oh really? So what ages? What change? What is the age groups that you guys share the same changing rooms with?
I don't think it's really specified, but I don't know. Yeah.
So who is this guy? Say the guy who says he's now in the first team.
Yeah, Luke. Remember that video?
Luke Better?
Yeah.
Is he in the first team now?
Yeah, he made his debut already.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Okay,
He was on the bench.
so basically, when you got into St. Bates, when he was picked, so there was a treat for the boys, right? And they got each of the boys who had been at the academy and had the scholarship in that same school to do a short clip, right? To congratulate them for getting into the scholarship thing and the contract that they had. And Luke was the one who did yours.
Yeah.
And you've met him in the changing room, and he's in the first team now.
Yeah.
You see him. He knows you, doesn't he? Yeah. And I know a lot of people have been asking, even texting me, so have you met people in the first team? Yes, you have. And I think that's why I'm pro footballer Sky. Yeah, I think
seen a lot.
I think you've seen
even the whole first team of City. I've seen.
Yeah. You guys, they're training the same complex, so you get to see. I think you guys are no longer starstruck. No. We still probably do, but yeah, for them, no. And I remember a few Sundays ago when they were playing, and I returned, and then the first team was training behind, and we're like, all the parents were a bit nosy, so I saw them all training, but you guys get to see them. And there was this thing that's still it's viral on Facebook where you met Sergio Aguero, and he shook your hand and he had a bit of a chat, and all the other players. So you do. Now to the next question. Let's not waste too much time. They've asked that so I think Phil is a good one. Phil Foden again. He's been there since he was how old?
Since the very start, like 4 years old.
And he's still in the. Most people know Phil Foden. We've met him. He's my colleague. I told you my colleague lives near him, and he's still. I think he used to live at home till recently. So he's very down to earth lad. Please like the video. Well. He lives in Stockport in Manchester. So he's for me. He cannot do wrong. Let's look at the other questions that have just come in. Okay, somebody just said. So who is this person? We're going to answer that one. We already did. The racism question has been asked a lot of times. We'll just touch on it because I know people are joining and leaving. So who is NA?
I'm not really sure.
NA is saying that they're meant to have a friendly against Man City. Who do you play for, NA? What's your inspiration? This is a very good one. That's a very good question. You can answer about your dad, actually. Your dad is a good example to give. I know that he's watching this, although he's upstairs. They said, what advice would you give other African parents who used to kill the talents of their kids by barring them from playing amateur football? Is that Tristan or my question, by the way? I'm sure. Tristan doesn't really. This is not Tristan's era, but as I said, his dad would be the best position to answer. And I keep saying this, that once upon a time, when your kids are playing, when your kids have talent and spend a lot of time playing football, you get punished. You get told off. But things are different now. Parents drive hours to get their kids to play. So I don't know what advice I'll give that they don't already know, because things have changed. But in particular, I think your dad is a good example. He was aspiring to be a football player, and his dad did not really, did not approve. So, but I think my advice, just to cut the story short, is if if it's any African parent watching, but the thing is, most questions come from African parents wanting to know. So that advice is difficult to give. But if I had to, see, I lie. So people have actually cornered me and said, does your child have time to study? Why are you getting into, why are you pushing this football thing? People still ask that question today. And I still have to answer politely. Okay, I still have to answer politely and explain that his education comes in as important as, and to be at City, you have to perform well in school and off and on the pitch. Because if you drop your grades, chances are that you might even...
Yeah, it's been made very clear that, as well as football, I need to be doing really well in school as well. It's been made very clear.
Yeah, there's no messing about. So any parents whose worries have been, or whose worry is that the child might drop the grades, or for whatever reason, I don't know why you would not want a child to play. If you want them to be a lawyer, doctor, yeah, if you want to be an engineer, it's fine. They can still play. Tristan, I'm sure it's. Let me ask you this question: if you don't end up playing football, apart from being an actor, what do you want to be?
I really don't know. I don't think about. I get asked that a lot. I'm not really thought about what I do outside of football.
Right.
But right now, yeah, I'm just concentrating on
Don't
football.
come and say hello. Come.
On football and school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if I don't, if football doesn't work out, then I still have school. But I still have a plan B.
Yeah. So I think that's another question. Really, is Axel. You can say hello.
Hello.
Axel is our other little footballer. And he's a... Tristan, you tell them how good Axel is. This is a football video, so it's all about football. I'm not telling you guys how good I am. Tristan will say. Talk about Axel first.
Axel is very, very good as well, to be honest. Yeah. I thought he was better than I was when I was his age. But
Wow.
if you keep going,
If you keep going, he's 8. And he is the little star in the team, the local team. Though he's quite shy on the camera. Bit nerdy with his glasses.
Not.
You're not. Then say hello.
Hello.
You're not looking...
I'm looking at it.
And Axel really, really loves football. So it's not all about... Maybe Tristan got to start liking football because he was I don't want to use the word love, but you got into football early.
Mm-hmm.
So you had no choice, kind of, right? Axel loves football. Axel drinks, eats. You do that as well now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go somewhere, and my friend's place on Friday, because she's online, and we just sat down. And I went to the kitchen to nosy. I came back, and it was football. Mm-hmm. So that's what we have to deal with. My husband eats, drinks football. Phoebe, who came before, plays football as well. And is... How is Phoebe? Don't be funny.
No, she's good.
Don't be...
She's all right. She's strong.
She's okay.
She's okay.
Yeah,
She's good for a girl. Phoebe, she played for her school team in a tournament. Although they lost, not because of her, but it was a bad team. Phoebe is good. Nobody should laugh. So yeah, Axel is 8, Phoebe is 9, and Tristan is... I'm not going to say he's 8. We're going to give a giveaway for. I think we've faffed about quite a bit. We've beaten around the bush. Any new questions before we talk about how we're going to give these gifts? We'll just keep it waiting for the... Okay, yes. Okay, what position do you play, Axel?
Huh?
What position do you play?
I play CDM like Tristan.
You play what? Tell them again. Sorry, darling.
Like Tristan does.
What is it? What's CDM? Explain to us.
It's like midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I play
Midfield.
Midfield, of course.
Sometimes play striker.
You can look, at the camera.
Play striker.
The people are live. Axel, yes, he plays for his local team. And recently, what has happened with your football? Although we've not been able to pursue because of time, and we want Axel to have a chance to really, because we're struggling with one child to get him into any academic setting, but there's been interest, hasn't there?
Yes.
From one of the clubs. So we're keeping it for now, and just trying to get him to keep up with his local team. Axel was one of the man of the match last week. The trophy is somewhere still there, and he's doing really well. So the only thing is that we struggle with 2 boys playing, but we'll manage to find the time. What's the other question? African. Ooh, good question.
Well,
Please like the video, guys, if you don't liked it.
Favorite African footballer ever is Roger Miller. Ever.
Wow.
But right now, probably Mars. Riyad Mahrez. Yeah, probably Riyad Mahrez.
Why is it Roger Miller? I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I think it's.
Did you play Wolves recently?
yeah, I played Wolves
You did, didn't you?
last week.
Last week. There's somebody here who plays for Wolves. So sorry, it might not make sense for everybody to ask. So you can go if you want to go. You can sit down if you want to sit.
Yeah.
Did you play Wolves? So
Yeah, I played Wolves last week.
yes, last week they played Wolves. Central. Okay, Kai, CDM. All right. Well done. Keep it up. Thank you. Did you play Wolves? Hey guys. Axel, leave that first, please. Listen to this. Okay, there's one thing here that we need to answer before we talk about this. No, have it. When I look at you as a mom, I smell a kind of who has a passion for the food and will love this one to play for the favorite club. Are you? Is as are you his aspiring agent? You know what? The thing is that let me tell you guys something. Right? I am the PR girl. His dad. Tell me who is more the agent person. Me or your dad?
My dad.
You've not met his dad. He's upstairs. Is daddy busy? No, he don't want to come live, I know him. But I'm the person who is out there. I'm more, how do I put it? I think for me, because I have a YouTube channel and I have a link and I'm more into social media. So you only see that part. But day to day, his dad puts in blood, sweat, and tears for Tristan. His dad does. I just sit down here and I talk about this. When it's glam, when he's going abroad, you see me. When he's going to a warm country, but when he's actually training, because I've got 3 other kids apart from Tristan. So I'm a mother and I work. So I don't really have the time for us all to go and watch him, especially when it's cold. So like today, his dad took him to United this morning. I was still sleeping because we went to bed late, right? Yeah. Yesterday, he took Axel. Axel was playing 20 miles away, and he's passionate about the game, and he knows about the game. Move a bit closer because I've been caught up. So if you talk about anybody agent, it's more of his dad. Who I'm a bit like, I'm the one who sit down there and I'm screaming when he's playing, right? The times that you see, you can hear my voice. The times that I get to watch, remember going abroad once to Spain, and you guys were playing these big boys. Remember the Malaga trip? All the parents when they sit there laughing at Lua, all we're hearing is like, take it in front, take it. So I'll be there saying my things, just supposed to say my things. I'm sure he's like, Mom. But he doesn't say because I'm like a bit like the mother who I know that I watched Ronaldo's interview. Have you watched that interview where he said his mom has been banned from watching?
Oh yeah, his important games. Yeah.
Because she's developed, she can literally just pass out. So maybe when Tristan starts playing, I might be that kind of mother. Do you think? Or your dad? Probably. I like the game that much and I'm passionate about it and I'm proud of him and the other kids that I have who are smiling at me now. So let's talk about our giveaway. Bring the bag, Tristan. We've been talking. You have to go back to your. Was it snowing when you played Wolves?
Yeah, it was snowing.
It was snowing. Do you play for Wolves?
It was snowing a lot.
Do you play for Wolves? Somebody has just sent me a message directly to say before we talk about the giveaway, and this is a point that I want to make. Most times people keep saying, are you pushing your child? Like the video, guys, if you've joined. Are you pushing your child to play because of the money? I want to address this once and for all. So I don't even know where to start from. I am okay financially, luckily. We're not waiting for Tristan to start earning. I don't know how much footballers earn nowadays. It's crazy money for us to go on holidays, for us to live decent lives. Because a lot of people, and people send it anonymously to me to ask this question. It is a very shallow way of looking at things because they're behind the scene. Anybody can watch this video later. Guys can share the video once it's gone streamed. But I think that a lot of parents who are in the academy setting deal with this. That when Tristan signed his first contract, that picture that we showed you guys when he was only 8 or whatever, and the number of inboxes I had telling me that they had problems and there to help them out. I will help people out if I'm able to, financially, without having children, without having my child play football. Sometimes I laugh at them. I just think they're winding me up. So people actually mean it. And they follow that up by saying I'm being selfish. And these are just things I want to bring out live today that I deal with. Not the people that I know. And somebody might say, but you put yourself out there, so you have to deal with it. Absolutely. And the way I deal with it is by not dealing with it. Right? Is by not even responding. Is Whisper sleeping? Okay. So, but I'm going to talk about it today because I've been reluctant to talk about it ever. And people just look, I went to Cameroon Holiday, people come to the house and want me to help them because my child is playing. This boy is only 12. I'm sorry. He's over 12 now. I'm not going to say his age for some reason. But he's a child. And if you look at me and look at us and you think that I'm pushing my child to play because of the money that we get or we're planning to get, you couldn't be any further away from the truth. Because Tristan, the point of Tristan being where he is, the thing that motivated us was the education that he has. And education comes first. What we did not do, what I was not able to do, I want my child to do it. All the other kids as well. So he's playing because he loves the game. It's giving him discipline. Tristan is not a typical teenager because he doesn't have the time to be, and we like that he's always busy. It's taught him to be independent. So for parents watching, it teaches you to be independent. It teaches your child to have self-discipline. It teaches them to have a purpose, and it teaches you to look forward to something, right? So it's not about the money. The money is always motive. Why do we go to school first of all? Why do you want to have an education? Please like the video if you've not liked. It's because you want to have a better life. And if there is a possibility, right, they can have a better life by playing football, I don't see why people should keep sending me messages like that and asking me if the reason why our kids, I've had a message just now from an anonymous number, if I push Tristan and my other child and my daughter. It's not about that. And it's a fun game. Tomorrow Tristan might decide he doesn't want to play. It's a very close possibility, right? He doesn't think about that now, but it's a possibility. So please, and at the back end of what we go through, none of you would understand. The times that Tristan has gone abroad, maybe they've not done well, he has to maybe, not now that he's grown up, when he was much younger, I have to deal with the emotions that come with that. And talk about that make me very emotional right now. I have to deal with the time, I have to deal with injury. I have to deal with when something hits, the times that we've gone training and he's sleeping on my body because he's so tired. The times that, they're thinking they've lost this game, he's crying. We deal with that. We don't get paid. And we have to deal with this till he's 18 and he decides he doesn't want to play. So please, look at the bigger picture, right? And think about the fact that even if it was because of money, it's his money and it's his life, right? If my parents could push me to do something that could give me a better future, I'll be really happy with that. So please, I'm not going to repeat that comment again about why I'm making my kids play and why I'm being pushful, because it's not what I'm going to entertain. I don't entertain questions that really don't have any bearing. Sorry, I think I've taught something that has no bearing and would not really help me. Okay, I know this YouTube that plays for them. Okay, or a YouTuber. There's a few YouTubers actually. Are there any moments that you felt like not playing again? If yes, please tell me what motivated. Oh, that's a good question.
Any moments where I felt like I don't want to play football again?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I love football. No, I've never had. Sorry. Never felt, well, I don't want to play.
Okay.
Yeah, if I didn't want to play, then I wouldn't play.
Okay. And then the last question. That's what the great advice. Thank you. The last question I get again is how you will deal with the press that came. Again, they're too young, but you guys have lectures at City. No, not lectures. You guys get given advice on how to social media and the press and stuff like that, right? So it's something that I'm sure as you get mature, you ignore certain things. Like a parent, I shield Tristan a lot. You know, I remember when you signed your contract and somebody put it online, it went viral, right? I looked at a forum, a francophone forum. I don't know who the person was. Gave a wrong age, wrong name, wrong information, wrong club, wrong agent. And I was about to respond, and I spoke to my brother. Most of you watching know Nabil. Nabil is my brother. And Nabil said, Lua, what did you have to sign? So Tristan signed the contract.
Yeah.
He signed a few now. I think you signed the first pre-contract when you were 7.
Yeah.
Second at 9, and now 2 years ago, a 5-year contract.
Yeah.
So you just signed the agreement with the club. It's a professional contract. We read it, we check it, and we sign. And people were like, it's not true, not possible, never. Oh, this guy's a liar. And I just sit there and I shield you. And I shield. So I think on that question of how we deal with pressures of social media, I'm sure Tristan will get mature, get thick skin, right? And deal with it. So I think we can keep going. The questions keep coming, but I think we might have to end in, let's keep it to 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah? What do you have to say? Are you the captain? You used to be the captain. So that question, who's the captain this year? Because
No, we just rotate captains.
you do.
Every game we just rotate the captains.
Okay. When you were younger, you used to be, didn't you? Or you pushed, yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be. What football runs the blood? His dad was a good footballer. What, when you play against Man City, you play for Ronaldo Jr.?
No. He's younger than me.
Oh,
Ronaldo's son.
how old is he?
He's 11
Okay.
or 12.
Okay.
Yeah, he's younger.
Please like the video if you've not liked it. There's a few other footballers whose kids play, right? Quite a few. When you play now. He's younger, so Tristan is under 13. I don't know how old Ronaldo's son is, but I'm sure Tristan knows that. Okay. Right, so I just want to say that I hope that everybody watching has one. I'm going to pin Tristan's, put your Instagram. So to win this gift, so like I know most of you are on for this. Let's just cut it. This is last year's kit. This is the original City thing. It's quite personalized, Tristan. So do any Man City sons play for your team?
No, not Man City players. No, but former football players. Yeah.
For like who?
Like Floyd, his dad played.
Okay, and
Chris
Husky as well.
And Heskey, yeah, but he's a year older than me.
Husky's son.
Sam's dad played as well.
Quite a few, to be fair, quite a few. So this is this will fit, and I know most people keep this for keepsake. So this is really dear to us, and we're going to give them to 4 people actually. So this is describe what this is.
It's just a jumper. Just a jumper.
Yeah, a City jumper. That's again. The truth is that it was hard for us to even afford them ourselves if Tristan was not playing at City because they're so expensive. But we just thought that this is not just because you guys are live. So, does any man okay? In terms of link, unfortunately, because of data protection, if you follow Tristan on Instagram,
oh yeah, I have some clips on that.
He has some clips. He does clips, like he puts his clips together, and he does really good job on that. And he has a YouTube channel as well that he's not been active on because he doesn't have the time and wants to be realistic, right? You're quite. What's the age for that thing? What's that? Okay, 13 to 14. But it could fit a smaller. It's the ages, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, so if you follow Tristan on Instagram, put your Instagram page and I'll put mine. For the chance to win this, you need to be following both of us on Instagram and me subscribed on my YouTube channel because this is my channel, Tristan. I know it's your giveaway, but it's my channel. Then I'll put the links up and then we'll pick in random. We'll ask a few questions. And the first, so because we're both looking at this and talking, I have to tell you guys, when I ask the question, I'll look in real life and everybody on the live comments will be able to see who answers the questions first. So there's that, and the first winner picks what they want first. Wherever I will try and post it out. So no, this is separate. This is separate. This is together. So these are the shorts, right? Again, 109 is a particular number to Tristan, so it's for keepsake. And when Tristan signed his contract, he had a shirt with his name on it, and the first team signed it with Pep. So that's like a keepsake as well. So you can keep like a keepsake. That as well with the shorts. So this is together with the shorts. It's something the other kids will cry for, but and then that is one gift. That comes with the socks together. So this is the first gift. Then that's the jumper. If it's cold, this will do you good. And let me see if I'm missing any comments. I'm going to use my phone when it's time so that I can see in real time who. If you don't have Instagram, how can you watch my boy play any link? So you need to just be subscribed. Let me, so Tristan, put your Instagram name and mine is just Luwali. And then I'll check that you subscribe. And on this channel, the other way to me, so there's 3, I'm going to make it really clear so that there's no cheating.
Should I put yours?
Yeah, put yours first. Put yours and send. He's just pinned his Instagram name. You need to go and follow him on Instagram. You need to follow me on Instagram. Instagram more, indeed. Luwali, yes, send that. And then on this channel, I have different playlists, and I've got one for football. When Tristan got his new kit this year, I put a video up. I don't expect you guys here to care about my other videos I do on my channel, because that's unfair. I have different audiences for different things. I have people who follow me for football, and they're very dedicated. They write to me all the time, and I love you guys. But so if you're here and you have to win, you need to have liked all the 3 or the 4 videos that I did relating to football. So if you go to my channel now while we're talking, go to my videos, so playlists. I think there's 4. There are 4 videos. One I did on how to get scouted. I've just put the link here as well. That's really important. You should have liked that video. You should like the video of getting his new kits. The video of us going to watch. So there's about 4 videos on that playlist. If you like them all. That's a very good question, Devon. That's a very good question. Tristan, you need to answer that question. So Devon is asking. So let me just finish with this first, and I will answer that so that we can try to close this. I can see who's liked the videos. Yes, it tells me, notifies me. And then the last thing, which is a bonus, is a Napster shirt. So I'm sure you guys see Napster. You're wondering, Napster is my brother Nabil. He has a media house, and he has Napster TV. He has Napster Sports. We're wearing Napster Sports. It has Napster TV. It has Napster Culture, and that's a culture shirt that is going as well. That's a bonus gift for the 4th. Yes, that's the 4th gift. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then Devon's question is, if he's abroad, right? What's the possibility of him? I need that to give the live thing full stop. So let me read it. Now, what's the possibility of him playing overseas? What can he do? What can he do? Maybe Tristan might not be able to answer this, but say what you think. Just you know about football more than I will ever know. So knowing what you know, and I'll give my comments later. Anybody who's not like this video on this live right now cannot win this thing. So if you've not liked it, just go and like the video. Subscribe as well. Let me see my subscriber numbers. He'll tell me. Think about that Devon's question. It's a very, very good question, and it's one that more than once we've been asked from Cameroon. More people who live overseas. So what would you propose? You don't have to. Just take your time and think about it.
Yeah. Just keep playing.
It depends on where you are, right? I know that you are in the US, Devon. I think I know your mom. So being in the US, football. I know that you guys soccer is not. There's not as much opportunities like we do here. So I think the chance of you really playing abroad is you can contact. So there's this thing that they call paid trials. Have you heard about them?
Paid trials.
Paid. You
Paid.
pay to be watched. So when you're over, it depends on your age, Devon. If you're over, I think over 14, you can check, if you're abroad, you can check the top football academy. So this is going to anybody wherever you are, not only in the US. And this somebody told me this because they did it. So you pay to be watched. It's a paid trial. Yes, exactly. Somebody said UK trials. Oh, that's exactly. So you can contact these clubs, right? And they'll tell you when they have the next like open session. And then you can, they're not expensive, you know, maybe £100, I don't know. And then you try to get yourself ready to attend it, and don't have just one, maybe have a few if you're traveling out of the country, right? So that you don't travel just for one chance or you don't get it. So you have a lot and then you come, and if you're that good, chances are that you'll probably get into one, I don't know. Or the most radical thing to do if you have parents who are ready to do the world is that you guys could move. But again, it depends on your priorities at this time. If you want to move to the UK and you're good, chances are that you have a better chance of being in like I'm getting distracted with a personal question, sorry. It's a better chance that you will get picked. Okay. Now, let's so the question I'm going to ask while I'm watching, I'm not watching the comments, is first question. So if you've done everything I've asked, I'm going to check after this, I can always check. If you've done everything that you've had to do, Tristan, I want you to ask, you know what we talked about, the question you're going to ask about the first club you played in. So before you say that, I'm going to just check something really fast. Something really fast. And this Wolves person, so there's, and they asked you about Birmingham City.
Yeah, I played Birmingham in the cup as well.
Is it because you follow a YouTuber again? Because a lot of these young lads who are YouTubers. Oluchi, thank you. I'm supposed to be playing you on Thursday because Trevor Todd wants to look at me. Oh, Trevor. Todd,
I think
so. Yeah. Right, I'm getting confused. Let me see. So this person, after this, we can always talk, right? Okay. Yeah, because if you're going to play against Tristan, it's good that at least you guys know each other. You've seen his face anyway. But that's interesting. Wishing you the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tristan, don't go hard. Maybe you just know who he is so that if he's trying to, you just let him go past you. Yeah, that's nice. So I'm just trying to look for something really fast, and then okay, so I can see all the comments. The first question I want to ask, Tristan's gonna ask, is go on, ask. Whoever answers first, and you've done everything you have to do at the end, we'll talk about that. I'll get your address and we'll post it to you, so you have a chance to pick the first gift. So ask your first question. We'll have 4 questions to ask, so don't worry, you're gonna win something.
Okay. What was the first club I played in?
The name.
The name of
the name. I know you said grassroots, but we want the name because we spoke about it at the beginning. And you make sure that you've liked this video and also subscribed.
The name of the club.
Tick tock, tick tock. We've said it many times. So the question. Oh, wow. Right. Okay. I'll repeat the question again.
What was the first club I played for?
And it has to be a club that we talked about today.
First one I got scouted.
First one he got scouted for.
Got scouted for.
And that's what he asked if it was grassroots. No.
No.
The first club. It is good to start now, Devon. Devon, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We'll talk about that. Okay. Oluchi has won it. He's won the first prize. Good job. Someone is asking if people are banned. Some people are banned. The people who are banned with themselves, I've seen Emmanuel Achu, and that's Tristan's dad's name. So he's not part of this. He is not. So good try. And you got the question wrong, Dad. I said club. Yeah? Sorry. No.
It's United.
No, it's United.
I think.
Maybe you guys might have joined late, but we said that he got scouted for United.
Yeah.
Before he started playing for, that was his first club that he got scouted for when he was how old? Only about 5, 6. So if you're late, maybe that's why you missed that. But only change right. So what I'm going to ask him now, it's funny. So do you want? I'm going to do this transparently. Do you want this? Oluchi, by the way, how old are you? If you don't mind saying how old you are. How old are you? There's still more questions coming up, so you guys should relax. Relax. Just be alert and ready to punch your answers.
12.
Oh, you're 12, so this is
Perfect
for you. Where are you? And yeah, where are you based? Anyway, you can send me that later.
Wait, we can win the.
You can read this. Just open it up so that I can. There's quite a few things there. Camera lens is not big enough. So. So, anyway, you say, oh, you're in Manchester, that makes life even easier. Maybe we can actually see you and drop that off, maybe. So, that is the top, bottom, this. So, do you want that? Do you want, you have one, only a choice for one. So, you're not having all those people, this, and this, that option. Oh, yeah, yes, yeah, city fan. And then there's this bag. This is actually maybe more valuable. Again, it depends. It's a Puma bag. It's got the number 109, which is Tristan's number last year. So let us know what you want so that we can know what we're giving the next. Okay, so you want the top and the down, yeah? So yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we've got 3 other prizes to win. We've got the bag, we've got the t-shirt, Napstar t-shirt, and we've got the jumper. Yeah. So Tristan, should we go out of the room and come back?
Okay, yeah.
Be back. If you're on, you not like the video, to win, you have to be able to put the. The network is messing with some people. Sorry. You know me, the things I want to please everybody. Yeah. If the network is messing, that's cheating. Oh, sorry. But there are more questions. Just try. Hopefully, the network doesn't mess you guys about. We'll be back in a second, yeah? And I said to qualify, you guys have to follow both of us. The link, I'll put the link is really on the comment section. So on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, like the videos in the playlist. If you don't like those videos and you win this, it's not classed as winning, so I can check it. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sorry. We're back. So Tristan, ask your next question. We have some housekeeping to do.
What was my proudest moment? in my career so far?
And again, it's only based on answers that we've given. So if you've been live, or the reason why we're asking this is because it's a bit unfair if you've not been live and you just come and win. So, what did Tristan say
My proudest
this
moment
moment
was...
so far has been? And if you've already won it, you cannot win it again. So,
yeah.
yes, yes, that's correct. Kai, that's right. So, you said it was when you went to Germany. That was your proudest moment to date. The thing about this question is that you said that. That's right, Kai, by the way.
Right.
But we said it's that there were two things. That tour to Germany, and there was another thing. But if I say that now, it feels like, because when you said that, I said something, you said, oh, that thing. So if you can remember that thing, that'll be a bonus gift that I'll give something else that might not be here. So that goes to Kai, definitely. You said that first. What was... She started giving you guys a hint by just doing what he's doing. No. No. The hat trick in... No, that's not what he said. No. No, he said it already, and he's made a lot of... He's been doing this, trying to give you guys a clue. You cannot win again. Anybody who is watching the comments, Oluchi has given the answer. In fact, we'll be doing this more. We'll have lots of kits to be giving. But this,
he already won it anyway.
yeah. So we cannot give you again. So somebody else who. So there's so far Oluchi has had something. Kai has had something. We'll have two more stuff, two more gifts. Oluchi has given the right answer. Thank you. Thank you, Ziggy. Thank you. Somebody's reading. That's it. So the next gift goes to you. So you have to choose now. Oh, yes. I've seen the people say now. You have to choose. You're the first to type it in. So, what? So, oh, Kai, we've not asked you to choose yet what you want. So you say what you want. And the person who has just said that now will get another something. No, not be this same one. Maybe even better. But I don't want to cheat. So Kai, what do you want? Do you want, this is already gone, right?
Yes,
this too. So do you want this on the back? Let's show him. Show him if you want that on the back. Show Kai.
This jumper.
Put it down. Yeah? Or that's Puma
bag.
Or
This top. Laptop.
And for just by the way, right? If there's anybody here, I have. Oh, you want the jumper, Kai? That's fine. As expected. Those are the three catchy gifts. You've got that. So the next person is Ziggy. We're going to talk about your gift, so don't worry. Yeah, we'll have anything we can get, right? We have something else. Okay. We can have another because might not be this season, might be the season before. Might have a jumper we can give, so don't worry. Sort you out. Well done, Ziggy, as well. So let's assure you have your gifts. That's fine. I'm sure I'll know how to send it to you. You're in Manchester as well, so. And then the last, but not the least. Sorry, I was about to say that minus this football gifts that we have today, I had already promised that because I reached 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel in less than 6 months. Thank you guys. I was going to give some other gifts. Not today. It's not going to come live again. I don't have the energy for live very often. But I'll announce on my community, and that'll be this week coming. I've got an outfit. In fact, I said the gift signify my channel. So this YouTube channel I do is a family, lifestyle, and health. I talk a lot about keeping healthy, eating right, staying fit. Though I'm not necessarily the thinnest model, but I try. So. Okay, thanks, Tata. Thank you. So you can win the next one. The next one. Next one, yeah. Next two. Yeah. And then so the gifts that I have is one which is going to be based on my healthy lifestyle. A lot of people, I'm going to give something that is related to what people have been asking me the wants. Since a lot of people football related, you can tell your friends, your mothers, your aunties, and then also a bit of a sexy, nice outfit for the house. So some like loungewear that I'm gifting a lady. Somebody will put in my channel, watch my videos, and you have to also do what I said to win it. But I'm not going to announce that now. Put that in the community. And the last gift, it will be something to do with organizational skills. I try to keep organized. Just imagine I have 4 kids, different ages, trying to manage everything. My channel is about managing it and giving mothers and parents tips. So there are 2 things that have helped me to organize myself. If you watch my last video on how to organize mom, there's 2 things people have asked for most, the folder and the board. I'll give the person later on. So that's an aside. The next question Tristan asked it for this giveaway, because we've been picking for 2 hours now. It's too long. Tristan has to go back tonight. So what's the second to the last question?
How old am I now?
Only 3 years. Interesting. Okay. NA got it first. NA got it first. So NA, I mean, I want to change your name so that I know, because if, you know, yes, Tristan is 13. Yeah. I almost said his age and I thought, oops, that's what we were going to ask. So we can't. So whoever that NA is, you've won. So Tristan, show what he wants.
This top.
Or it's Puma. It's a massive bag.
It's a really big bag.
It's a football.
Yeah,
football bag. So you decide what you want, and then we've got one more question. And I always like, I'm a gift that keeps giving, so there might be a bonus gift. So, but yeah. And then, so please just say what you want. The bag, okay. So for everybody who's won, I don't know, in terms of contacting us, I'll pin, I don't want to pin my personal number though. Send me on this, I'm going to put my email. So generally on the description, so you can send me an email with your address and we can post that to you. So we've got, my goodness. Don't stop this Snapchat shirt, so it's a whole brand. It is a whole brand, trust me. So what I've spoken about today. What was Tristan's first? I'm going to ask that one. His first, we talked about the first academy, right? If you can remember, what was his first grassroots team? We will not answer that because you're not winning. But if you go and don't answer, you're going to lose something that you don't know is coming. So don't do that. What was the first? We talked about United, which was the first academy. What was the first? Did we even say the name?
Yeah.
We said the name?
Definitely did. I definitely did.
Okay. Hope people were listening.
You might not remember that.
Really? Should we add something else? What else should we add? We've told them a lot today, so. What else? Okay. And actually, the way that you can do it, actually, those of you who've won, is send your name and your addresses through Instagram. Through Instagram. He said the name. He said the name. He said the name.
To be fair.
The first person who said it. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the first one.
That was the first one.
So, Etta, you've won the next gift. And if you can please send your, we'll talk about, I know that the preference, only one shirt left. We'll talk about that. Just send me your, you should be following me on Instagram now, everybody who's won. And as I said, the playlists of football videos should be liked. And maybe without Tristan, I'll come live in 2 weeks, just before Christmas. And I'll make sure the gifts get to you guys for the next round in time for Christmas. And I'll throw in one other good football gift, not necessarily related to Tristan, but we'll give something. And then I'll give the other gifts I talked about, and you have enough time to play for the other one. So minus the gifts, it was really about interacting with you guys today. Okay, maybe we join
No,
late.
you don't.
Oh yes. What if you don't have Instagram? If you don't have Oluchi, that's the main criteria, and you've won the best gift so far, right? To be fair, you've been interacting quite a bit. So, I can put my email address. I don't want to give my number. I'll put my email address. That's where I get all most people send me messages through my email. It's lower. Let me just pin it down actually. Yeah, so Devon, I'm going to come back to Tristan. Might have to go and I'll answer you, Devon. But Tristan has to go back to his house parents because he's been around for the weekend and it's come to an end. So I just he played. How long did you play for today? It was such a difficult. So he's quite tired.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Came back, took a shower, and had to come live with me. And so he needs to get ready, pack his stuff because he's not coming home next week. You're going to
St. George's Park
for a tournament. So we'll not see him for almost till Christmas, before Christmas. So he has to get ready to go. Devon, I'm going to talk to you. You can stay online. A few people can stay online if you want to. And yes, so I've just put my email address. So you guys should send me your contacts. I'll sort you out. So far there's Uluchi, there's NA, there's Kai, there's Ziggy, there's Etta. And Ziggy's own is a bonus gift for answering that question. So yes, thank you all very, very much for joining today. I appreciate it. Tristan, you can go get ready. Talk to people. Thank them.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Okay.
Bye.
Doesn't talk much. Me, I can talk for the world. So Devon, your question before we go. So okay, someone tries a message. So summer camp. No, you don't have to. So I know that somebody I know has actually come from Africa for an exchange program before. I can find out from them, but what I know for a fact is the easiest way for you at your age is to, one, either we hook up with some football scouts, if we can get to watch you, if they can get to watch you, or you do a paid trial, and you do a paid trial. They watch you. So I think that's the better option. So that if you come here, you have a few academies that you'll kind of choose. You have a choice to contact maybe in the summer. But in terms of the exchange camps, I don't want to say it because I don't know much about them. But you can research, I can research, and we can talk. I'll put my email address so we can discuss this out of this forum. Yes, we can discuss it out of this forum if it's okay. I'll just pin my email address again in case you've not got it. I know that you joined in a bit late, but we talked a lot about the beginning, the journey, and how it works and stuff like that. So that might help you. Is that okay? If there's nothing else, and any questions that you guys have, even after the video, if you watch it later, we send them and we can always answer. Okay? I'm just trying to respond to some messages on the thing. Right, is there anything else, guys? Thank you all. Let me just see if I can read the comments because my phone is very delayed. Okay, Devon, that's nice. I think, yes, some questions have been answered. Oh, I'll post it. Yes, Kai, that's fine. Yeah, some of the mom is following me and following Tristan. That's okay. We'll post. Oh, thank you, Arimbo. Thank you. And we'll definitely post it out. If you're in Manchester, because I said we can talk. It might be easier if Tristan has it with him because he lives in Manchester. We live in Northwich, which is about maybe almost an hour away. So he can hang on to it, and if you want to meet Tristan, or we can post it out. So it depends on you how quickly you want it or how you want it to happen. Let's talk about it offline. Yes, let's talk about it offline. Yeah, so thank you all. Thank you. I don't want this to be too long so people can rewatch. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you. So don't stop watching, sharing. So if you know anybody who might benefit from this channel, feel free to share the link. And enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your week. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks with another live. And it's just because of Christmas and gratitude again for everything. So if I don't see you guys, I'm putting videos out every 2 days now. I'm just busy. I'm not doing a vlogmas thing, but I'm just, as I moved, so keep watching and don't stop because the giveaways have stopped. Okay? All right. Take care. Ciao, ciao. I'm going to have to end this now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Fola. Thank you. You don't even know how to end this live. So now, okay, I think I know. Yes. Okay. Thank you.